Welcome to the session on trigonometric functions, secant, cosecant and cotangent. The objectives for this session are to understand the definitions of secant, cosecant and tangent and their relationship to cosine, sine and tangent. Secant, cosecant and cotangent, abbreviated to sec, cosec and cot respectively, are known as the reciprocal trigonometric functions. Sec x equals 1 over cos x, cosec x equals 1 over sine x, and cot x equals 1 over tan x. It can be easily shown that cot x can be written as sine x over cos x. Now pause the video and have a go at this example. Press play when you're ready to view the solutions. Let's take a look at part A first. We are required to use our calculator to write the value of cot 235 degrees to three significant figures. So let's solve this. Notice that cot x is equal to 1 over tan x. So plugging in x equal to 235 degrees gives us that cot 235 degrees equals 1 over tan 235 degrees. And plugging in tan 235 degrees into our calculator gives us that 1 over tan 235 degrees equals 0.700 to three significant figures, which is of course the value of cot 235 degrees. And now for part B. Use your calculator to write the value of sec 120 degrees to three significant figures. Now sec x equals 1 over cos x. So if we plug in x equal to 120 degrees into this definition, we obtain sec 120 degrees equals 1 over cos 120 degrees. And plugging this into our calculator or from memory gives us that this is equal to minus 2.00 to three significant figures. And this, of course, is the value of sec 120 degrees. Now let's take a look at another example. Pause the video and have a go. Press play when you're ready to view the solutions. So let's take a look at part A first. We are required to calculate the exact value of cosec 240 degrees. Cosec x equals 1 over sine x. So if we plug in x equal to 240 degrees into this definition, we obtain that cosec 240 degrees equals 1 over sine 240 degrees. Now in the cast diagram, 240 degrees appears in the third quadrant. This makes an angle of 60 degrees as shown with the x-axis. And of course in this quadrant, sine is negative. Therefore, 1 over sine 240 degrees equals minus 1 over sine 60 degrees. And therefore, since sine 60 degrees equals root 3 over 2, we have that minus 1 over sine 60 degrees equals minus 1 over root 3 over 2. So therefore, cosec 240 degrees equals minus 2 over root 3. Now let's take a look at part B. We are required to calculate the exact value of sec pi by 4. We have that sec x equals 1 over cos x. So plugging in x equal to pi by 4 into the definition, gives us that sec pi by 4 equals 1 over cos pi by 4. Since cos pi by 4 equals 1 over root 2, we can plug that into the formula as shown as well. And tidying up this expression gives us that this is equal to root 2. Therefore, sec pi by 4 equals root 2. This brings us to the end of this session. If you have understood its contents, you should be able to understand definitions of secant, cosecant, and tangent, and the relationship of secant, cosecant, and cotangent to cosine, sine, and tangent. Thank you very much for listening. To understand this topic in greater depth, do attempt the exercises in your textbook related to this topic.